from Ipswich in Suffolk and number 16 seed, Storm 2.
In the arena for the house robots, Sir Kill-a-Lot and his longtime partner, Matilda. Not the cheat kiss and tell. Oh, go on then.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Storm 2, starting bottom right of your picture, trundling away to try and take on Rhino. The newcomers with a little bit of a nudge and a push, nothing more than that. There's the drive, though. Can get up to top speed. Storm 2 at 23 miles an hour and slamming Rhino onto the arena sidewall. There's a little bash of Mayhem. Oh! Torn to shreds. Mayhem straight away. Turning into trouble. And one tyre ripped clean off. And Storm 2 under a little bit of pressure here from Rhino. Trying to get the horn in underneath Storm 2 and flick, but it's Rhino in peril. The Storm 2 drove it underneath. That's the end of Mayhem. Tyre off. Distressed. About to be retired, I think. Retired into oblivion. Rhino again. Shoved by Storm 2 into the CPZ. That means he's Matilda's to play with. And look at that. The side of the arena itself buckling and torn away. The countdown to the end of Mayhem's dream. Splendid name, and I didn't think they'd be able to live up to it. And the one big shove, and they could never really get that 16 kilo, 2,000 RPM weaponry into action. Supernova, similar machine in many ways, bigger, slightly heavier. In underneath Rhino, Rhino been lifted there by Storm 2. You've seen the Storm 2 team, Ed Hoppett and Tim Bent's in there. And that's the end of Mayhem. There's Sir Kill-a-Lot. Oh, nuts and bolts and shards of metal coming off as Sir Kill-a-Lot positioned it on the floor. Flipper. Oh, again, look at the power of the drive. Poor old Mayhem's getting terrible punishment out there. There's a track come off. Is that Kill-a-Lot? Yes, it is. Kill-a-Lot's track has come off. Mayhem thrust through the air, bounced out, nuts and bolts coming off, and then look at this, into Sir Kill-a-Lot, and that is when the damage was caused. Storm 2 driving Supernova into Kill-a-Lot. Off came the track. We're seeing once again punishment for Mayhem. A little tyre rolling across the arena in the distance there behind the Mayhem team. They are relentless, the house robots. Terrifying. Now can the Rhino team survive? Oh, I don't think Supernova will. Storm 2 gets up a full head of steam, lifts and drives across the arena floor. And very few robots in this heat, let alone this battle. And I think in this series of Robot Wars will survive this machine, Storm 2, on what I've seen already. Supernova certainly didn't. They just slammed them. Slam them into a wall. The blade is spinning, but there is no forward momentum. Supernova from the 1 horsepower, 750 watt motor, and the little pirouette from Storm 2. Rhino just about moving. Supernova counted out. I'm not too sure how fit Rhino will be to fight on. Supernova gone. Storm 2 worthy winners. In the arena for the house robots, Mr. Psycho takes no prisoners. Neither does Growler. Unruly.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
This for a place in the heat final. Storm 2. Just trying to get side on to slam into tracks. Very clever manoeuvring there by the Storm 2 boys so they could get a side on slam and bang tracks into the arena side walls. Now, from the rear, causing major damage, I would imagine. No, track's okay. Durable, sturdy. They're being pushed all over the shop here. This is a question surely of when, not if. Storm 2 using its lifting weapon, but as we've heard before, the main weaponry of Storm 2 in its great pushing power. Similar in many ways to Tornado, could even be stronger. Tentative this time, is it? No! Again, well planned, well manoeuvred, but tracks doing splendidly, simply to survive here. Shane Swan driving. You're only supposed to touch it. Down goes the pit. They've destroyed our pit release mechanism. Trax is on the floor flipper as well, wants to get away from there. Pit, pit, pit. West Ham fan in there. You know all about descending into pits of despair from recent seasons. Storm 2, little lift on tracks. The sparks are flying. Well, I can only commend the durability of this machine. Its first experience in the war zone in Robot Wars. It may not win this one. It's tracked, it's different. Oh, goodness me, it was nearly suicidal. How about that hammer coming down? Still tracks away. Storm 2 can't finish them off. You really don't want to be that close in there to Mr. Psycho. The pit is descended. The seconds are ticking down. Trax goes skittering across the floor. He knew what he was doing. Trying to draw Storm 2 on, actually. Follow me if you like. Follow me down to the pit. But Storm 2 is having none of it. It'll go to the judges. Surely a technicality. Very, very good fight, though. Good fun. Who are our confident machines in the arena? Growler and Cassius Chrome.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Storm 2, already off and underway. Up to 23 miles an hour, top speeds. Oh, Steel Avenger has pinned itself onto the floor and was lucky to get away. The 1 centimetre ground clearance exposed as Storm 2 drove in underneath again. 18 horsepower. Tries to take on the ref bot Storm 2. In underneath Steel Avenger again. Let me remind you, they were new blood champions, Storm 2. They won that title to qualify for this, the UK series, the 7th Wars. And they are taking it by storm. But Steel Avenger, as we've mentioned time and time again, so experienced, fighting in a 4th Wars and buffeting Storm 2, but causing great damage, I would imagine. What are they trying to do? Just wear Storm 2 down by dancing away. Storm 2 pressurising. Steel Avenger running away. And again turning for safety in space. In the war zone. Pursue! Crumpled out! Gone! Storm 2, the heat winners, and through to the series semi-final. And a shake of the head by John Willoughby because he knew Steel Avenger, simply in the end, couldn't avoid defeat. Storm 2 picked it up, drove, and hammered it out. The power of the charge rippled the plexiglass that surrounds the Warzone arena. And the Storm 2 team delighted. And there's their omnipresent shadow, and Sergeant Bash will shadow them in the arena. And Shunt 2.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
We've heard the insults fly, now will the sparks fly. Storm 2, look at that with the shove, 100 kilos behind it. 1 kilo heavier than the Grim Reaper. The Grim Reaper's ground clearance exposed only 0.6 of a centimetre, but Storm 2 has found its way through and will leave her in underneath the Grim Reaper, and Grim Reaper's away. 12 miles an hour, can't dodge Storm 2 across the arena. Storm 2 is by far the faster, and to me, is on top here. Goodness, we're going to have a strong lineup in the final of Robot Wars. The 7th Wars! Storm 2 pressurising. You can't outrun the Reaper, says the logo on the side of the green machine. And Storm 2 is furious. Storm 2 in underneath again and drives on. The pit release activated. The Grim Reaper is scuttling. The pit is descending. The time is draining out for the Grim Reaper. Storm 2 pushing again. The Grim Reaper simply cannot get its flipper to make any sort of definitive contact on Storm 2 because Storm 2 has the side skirt and the pace. Oh, look at the power behind that. It's ripped away one of the panels of the angle grinders at the side of the arena. I think the Grim Reaper is doing splendidly just to hold on here. Oh, until Sergeant Bash starts to crumple. One of the side panels nearly ripped away. They're still motoring and manoeuvring the Grim Reaper. This is not over yet. Ooh, I thought it might be there. The pit was yawning. Storm 2 by far the more aggressive. It's dramatic stuff, isn't it? The Grim Reaper needs to get away from there. For a moment I thought forward control had gone and they were stuck in reverse. They weren't, they're out. They're piggybacking. I'd stay up there if I were you. Storm 2 can't do any damage to you if you're there, or can they? Carry you to the side of the wall and then flip you out in Robot Wars. Something's come off. May have come off shunt, actually. I think it is. Oh, it's his exhaust. It's come away. And shunt without the exhaust pipe is rather a horrible thought. Down comes its axe. The Grim Reaper is upended, has come down. How many more flips and self-rights can it perform, though? I wonder. It's going to go to the judges, and this has been a terrific tussle. Storm 2 trying to finish it there and then and spinning away. The Grim Reaper on the flame pit. The judges will decide on style control, damage and aggression. Standing ovation. Richly deserved. Two fine teams. Storm and the Grim Reaper. In the arena for the House Robots, Growler. First time we've seen him in the semi-finals. Matilda in there again.
3, 2, 1.
Storm 2 is the most impressive robot of its type since the emergence of Tornado. Might even be better than Tornado. Will survive here, though, against the formidable flipper that is Firestorm 5. And for me, only a game of opinions, the best driver in the competition in Graham Bow. Backing away. Isn't that just like it? I say he's a good driver, he hits the arena side wall. That's in underneath Storm 2, though. And the Storm 2 bounced. Did something come away? I don't know whether you noticed that. Firestorm 5 again crashes against the arena wall as Hazel looks on. Design draftswoman by trade. Storm 2 behind Firestorm 5. That's interesting. In underneath. Pit was released. Down it goes. Firestorm 5 dangerous. This for a place in the grand final. Firestorm 5 have been there before twice. But Storm 2 suddenly look menacing and they're on top, I would say. They have the side skirts to ward off flippers. They have the aggression, they have the 18 horsepower drive. Firestorm 5 is piggybacking its way towards the pit and just turns out in the end. That's good driving. Slammed against the angle grinder. Storm 2 is getting stronger as this fight goes on, and Firestorm 5 weakening. The veterans need something. Storm 2 again, the push. Firestorm 5 gone. No grand final this time for Graham and Hazel. A wedding day to look forward to, but no grand final day on Robot Wars. Storm 2 through. So Kilolots with them too out in the arena. And Cassius Chrome. And this for a place in the final of the grand final.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
two very similar machines. Tornado and Storm 2, both 100 kilos in weight. Storm 2 trying to get in underneath that ground clearance. You see it shove them to the arena sidewall. Oh, and they spun away and crashed into the wall themselves. Tornado, good driving away by Andrew Marchant. Very, very experienced. They're fighting for the fourth time in the wars. Now Tornado, the big heave-ho towards the angle grinder. Tornado, the experienced machine. Storm 2, the whippersnappers, the new boys, came through the new Blood Championship route, gaining automatic entry into the UK Championships. Tornado, an invertible machine, can run either way up. Can't get the front scoop in underneath Storm 2 in that mode, though. And Tornado on the defensive momentarily, and again, oh! Some shove there from Storm 2. Tornado bouncing away. When you get two pushing boxes like this, it could come down to durability. Which machine can sustain most damage within? Not exposed damage, not superficial damage, but damage to the machinery, the electronics, from so much biffing and bashing. And Storm 2 doing the chasing. A Storm and a Tornado out there. And a battle that is blowing hot and cold for both. It's Storm 2, the aggressor there, but Tornado turning away, dodging, good driving once again, good style. Won't mind going up and over Storm 2 like that. It's not sustaining any damage, and Storm 2 not really point scoring to any great degree. That was a good attack though. Tornado bouncing away. They know they're in a battle here, the defending champions. Let's look at this again. Against the arena wall, fizzing away and bouncing down. Listen, can you hear the little flail? Tornado's little flail is not doing much damage. Storm 2 is though. The flail not doing any damage really for Tornado. And Storm 2 on top here. And the ref bot has pressed the pit release. And Tornado's been caught. Oh, just away. The champions were very nearly out. Tornado here, I think, on the brink of defeat at the penultimate hurdle of their title defense. I don't think we're going to see a repeat of Chaos 2's historic title defense as Storm 2 nags and gnaws away against the champions. It goes to a judge's decision. And they look at Ed Hoppett and Tim Benson, Merrill Kolak as their machine spins.
Roboteers, stand by.
The frenzy building. Jane's got caught up with it. She's right by the side of the arena. Matilda's in the arena, in the war zone, for the house robots. And completing our gruesome twosome is
3,
Killalot.
2, 1, activate.
This for the UK title, champions of the 7th Wars. Typhoon 2 allowed to get up to spinning speed and bouncing away. Deflected away off Storm 2's front scoop. Or maybe the side skirt. Now that's interesting. Certainly withstanding the first bash from Typhoon 2. Only a deflecting blow, nothing more. They look pensive. This is going to be the hardest battle they've faced, the boys from the Edinburgh Air Cadets. Storm 2 giving chase. Surely they can't expect to get in underneath Typhoon 2's ground clearance. It's half a centimetre, but they're moving too quickly, I would have thought. Again, deflecting away. Piggybacking up on top of Storm 2, and Storm 2 lifting Typhoon 2. Very close to the arena wall.
If it goes over, that's it.
They're right in front of Jane over there. If it does go over, it's all over. But Typhoon lives to fight another moment or two. This is close stuff. Now, they're vulnerable when they're not up to full gyroscopic speed. And at the moment, it's like pinball out there. And again, Storm 2 giving chase, and Typhoon 2 is really up against it. Storm 2, with the pushing power of a tornado and the clever use of the flipper of a firestorm, is really on top here now. Typhoon, slams another great chunk out of the arena.
Smash the arena.
Seats is called. They smashed the arena. The two grand finalists are back in the war zone.
Roboteers, stand by.
Typhoon 2 and Storm 2. And the judges once again allowing the Typhoon 2 team to spin up the speed they were at before the cease was called.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Storm 2 on top before the cease, according to the judges. And again, pursuing Typhoon 2. Typhoon 2 takeoff, bounces down again. Matilda very close. Storm 2 pushing him into that CPZ and trying to lever them out of the arena. Storm 2 notching up points by the second here. And by my crude reckoning, ahead in this grand final. And the Edinburgh Air Cadets team look mighty, mighty worried. I think the way they reached this grand final would have had them as favourites. Oh, and just then, angling away off the pit, off a little chink maybe on the arena floor, but they're very close to the pit this side. The pit has opened. Typhoon 2, was that a turning point in the finals? They just moved away at a curious angle from the pit. Storm 2's chase has slowed. Very curiously, I think that was a turning point, as they literally turned right. And Typhoon 2 under pressure again from Storm 2, but is it just me, or is there as much menace about the Storm 2 push now? Perhaps there is. They got Typhoon 2 into the CPZ, and in comes Matilda. And certainly the grand final favourites are up against it here. Storm 2 closing again. Typhoon 2 can't get up to spinning speed. Very, very level still though, and only seconds remain. Storm 2 away. Oh, what's happened to Storm 2? They've taken some damage on the front. Where on earth did that happen? That is major damage. Major damage to Storm 2. As the grand final turned again. What a twister this was. The judges will have to decide it. Look at the damage later on. I just wonder whether that will be decisive after all their hard work. Well, they are our three wise men. In the arena for the house robots, the yawning jaws and the ferocity of Growler, and the pincers and the spinning blade of Dead Metal.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Storm 2 can get up to 23 miles an hour, and we've waited to see Storm 2 meet Tornado, two similar pushing machines. Don't forget, Ansgar is a walker, that's why it can have the weight. And it's moving very quickly across the arena floor. 16-legged, serious armament. Will need to dodge the pit. Actually, it's very, very big, Ansgar. I'm not too sure that it would fit down that pit. Tornado and Storm. Tornado is slightly the bigger of the machine. Storm 2 has the interchangeable weaponry, can get up to 23 miles an hour, 18 horsepower on the drive. Much more powerful than Tornado. Ansgar 3 in peril, and the two UK machines ganging up somewhat. Tornado can also change the weapons. We've seen chain flails, lifters, spinners, a large vertical bar in the past. We're not going to see much more of Ansgar 3 in the future. They're on the flame pit, and the German hopes of Ansgar 3 up in smoke, I would have thought. Now this is really what we wanted to see in this heat. Tornado and Storm 2. Tornado, previous UK champions, defeated Razor, the great Razor. Former world champions, by the way, Razor, to win Robot Wars, the 7th Wars, did Tornado. A little bit of a convoy developing. Tornado pushing Storm 2, pushing Ansgar, and Ansgar goes down the pit, and they're out. We thought that would happen, that's not a surprise. Now don't ask me what's going to happen next between these two. They've got huge respect for each other. Storm 2 dubbed the new Tornado in the 7th Robot Wars UK Championships, as it breezed its way through to the final, while the Tornado was blown out. Storm 2 in underneath Tornado's 2-centimetre ground clearance. Storm 2 has a 0 ground clearance. Both can spin on a sixpence. A 0 robot turn. You've just seen Tornado move very, very quickly. Tornado known for its durability. It's tenacity. It'll push all day. Can Storm 2 last in there? Storm 2 in the CPZ that belongs to Dead Metal. Now is that a decisive moment? Can Storm 2's armament hold up to the pressure of Dead Metal's circular saw? The wheels are exposed, as are Tornado. Tornado four-wheeled machine. Storm 2 with the 6. Tornado's top speed 10 miles an hour. Storm 2's power showing there. Tornado is in trouble now. Invertible, of course. Tornado can run both ways up. This is going to go to the judges, and I wouldn't like to be in their shoes. Would it be Tornado or would it be Storm 2 for you? Piggyback time.
6.
Oof. How can you pick between those two?
Roboteers, stand by.
I want to see who's in the arena for the House Robots. I can tell them. Mr. Psycho and Sir Killalot. Goodness me, the heavyweights.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
You really wouldn't want to be the meat in a sandwich made by those two House Robots, or you wouldn't want to drive straight into the clutches of Tough as Nails, and that is exactly what Storm 2 has done. But is it a worthy tactic? Hang on a minute, we'll go straight in there and we'll push Tough as Nails around the arena floor. And that's what Storm 2 is doing, using that 18 horsepower drive. Getting right to the heart of the matter, in underneath Tough as Nails, slamming it against the arena sidewall. Brilliant stuff here by the runners-up in Robot Wars, the 7th UK Championship. The tyre has come off Tough as Nails. They won't retire from the arena, they'll carry on fighting. Storm 2 again, quite happy to be in there. They know that Tough as Nails can't squeeze the life out of them, they proved that. Tough as Nails now trying to set Storm 2 up for one of the House Robots, but no, the Storm is too strong. And they are blowing Tough as Nails across this arena floor. That is not Tough as Nails in reverse, that is Storm 2 with gale force power. Tough as Nails traction now, of course, minimalised because they've lost one of the tyres. They can't dig in. Surely it's a matter of time. Or will Tough as Nails just go back over that pit and let Storm 2 drop in? Tough as Nails on the brink of oblivion, just holding on and finally drop. Storm 2 backed away. Tough as Nails went. Very good driving by Ed Hoppet in that Storm 2 control pod. Thank you very much, tidying up.
6.
Roboteers, stand by.
In the arena for the World Championship final, Cassius Chrome, patched up and bloodied, and Shunt, always brave.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
This to decide the champions of the roboteering world. Supernova running away momentarily. Storm 2 in underneath. Supernova's 1 centimetre ground clearance. Supernova's front grounding down again. Storm 2 dodging the circular blade, taking a crash there. Doesn't seem to be affected by the sparks fly as the blade again makes contact with Storm 2's armament. Storm 2 driving doggedly on. Oh! Supernova on its side! And get itself right from there, frantically spinning. Oh, look at that, churning up the arena floor! It's not spinning, they say! And if it's not spinning, they will not be self-righting! As they came in and buffeted Storm 2 on the attack, they lost their balance, went up onto the side, and Storm 2 is being pushed towards the angle grinder by Shunt. Now I wonder, therefore, the power of that last attack, whether it also knocked Storm 2 out. Which machine was immobilised first? Both teams look on perplexed. Storm 2 or Supernova? The wheels are moving on Supernova. Supernova is still mobile. Storm 2 is not at this moment in time. Supernova comes in and has a look. Stay out of trouble, I would, because Storm 2 is immobilised there and can't do anything. And Ed Hoppet knows it. And I think, you know, Supernova may well have knocked Storm 2 back into the battle. Why on earth did they do that? They have done. Storm 2's okay now. And Storm 2 is on the attack again. And Supernova is knocked by Storm 2. And Storm 2 is finishing this World Championship final brilliantly. And on top, I would say, as it goes to the judges, Supernova, they think they've won it. Storm 2, they think they've won it. The judges will decide who wears the crown of World Kings. And I'm being told that the judges' criteria for this final is, depending on this moment here, I'm being told they're going to time from a replay how long Supernova was on its side and immobile. And I'm being told they think the ref bot should have stopped it and that Supernova should have been counted out before they were mobile at the end. Craig, sort it out for us.
The winners are Storm! And here to present the award is the amazingly beautiful Miss Jane Middle. Miss Jane.
Congratulations.
Show it to the crowd! They came from all around the globe to fight for the cause
Now we've got a new world champ.
on Robot Wars. Bye-bye.